In this video, we are diving into something super useful, creating a time ago pipe in Angular. So stay with me and see you in a couple of seconds. Here we have a project that we created and used in the past videos. So if you haven't watched those videos, you can just pause this one and go watch them first. Or easily you can just download the project from the GitHub, and the link is going to be in the description of this video. After downloading, you can go to a terminal, type ngserve or ngs, and I'll add --o to open it into our default browser after building. So here we can see our posts that we used in the past videos, but today I'm adding a new pipe actually for this place here. So actually this pipe will allow us to display how much time has passed since a post was last updated, making it perfect for blog posts, also comments or any dynamic content. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to implement this feature and make your app's UI more engaging and informative. So let's switch to Visual Studio Code and create our pipe. Okay, here in the pipes folder, this app shared pipes, we're gonna right click here, and as I'm using Angular schematics extension, I'll just click here. And if you're not using it, you can just type the command nggp and path to this pipes folder and name it time ago. Hit enter. Actually, sorry, I just missed something here. So Angular schematics and select pipe and then time ago. Hit enter and enter again, and then we have our pipe here, as you can see. And after doing this, the first thing, as we can see, this pipe has a name app time ago pipe. Usually I don't like this. I'll just remove it and add time ago here. And also that's what we can notice here, that this is standalone pipe. That means that this pipe is not imported in any of our modules. So to be able to use this pipe on the places, or actually in the components that we want to use this, we have to import it explicitly there. So I'm going to show you this later on. And now you can see our time ago pipe that implements pipe transform from Angular core. That is important because Angular has to know that the structure needs to be like as expected there. And now we have a transform method here that is receiving a value. So that's something that is going to be received from the pipe to the pipe from the variable that we are calling it there. And also, let's just start with this. Instead of pipe, instead of unknown here, I'll add date or string, as we are expecting date or string. And also, these arguments are not necessary for this pipe, so I'll remove them. And also, I'll return a string, as our pipe is going to return, for example, 30 minutes ago or 20 days ago or whatever. So this has to be as a string. So that's the reason. I'll just add these here to avoid these error messages. And we're going to start with this pipe. So first thing here, we have to check, and all the time in our pipes, we are checking if there is no value case. If no value, then we're going to just return string. So this is some kind of guard clause here at the beginning. After doing that, so we are clear that this transform is going to work whatever a user provides here. So this is the first thing. After that, we're going to get the new date, because we want to somehow compare the date today and the time ago. So we somehow need to know what's the number of the time passed since the post was published. So to do that, create constant now equals new date. So we're creating a new date object here. After doing that, we're going to create an input date. So equals new date. But now, instead of just a new date like this and getting the current date, we're going to get the date from the value. So value. And that's it. So we're gonna get the input date in the new date object format here. After that, we're gonna get this time in seconds. So equals math floor, because the result of this calculation, you'll see which one, is gonna be just rounded up to the greater value. So now time, get time. So from that object, we are getting the time, and now we're dividing input date. So actually subtracting, sorry, input date, that time. Okay, get time, and we're gonna compare the same things here. So we're getting the time here, and we're also getting the time here in seconds, or actually milliseconds, and we're gonna just divide by 1000 to get it in seconds. So, and that's gonna be a seconds. And also here we have the add declaration, so it's gonna be const seconds equals math floor, and this is our calculation here to get the current time and to divide, to subtract the date that is come from the pipe. After doing that, we're gonna check something first. We're gonna check if there is like less than 30 seconds. In that case, 30. In that case, we're gonna just return just now. So we are going to consider this as just now because we don't want to show like 20 seconds ago or whatever. And after that, we're going to check like other cases when there is like year, month, a week, day, hour, or anything else. So to be able to do that, we're going to create an object that is holding our intervals that we're going to compare there. So const intervals is type of. So this is an object key that is actually every key is holding the number. So we're going to add the type here. So it is going to be a key, type of string, and also this object key is returning number. So that's it. And now I'm just gonna say this equals and open the curly brackets. And after that, I'll just copy the times that I already created. You can pause the video and just type them. So this is for year in seconds, month, week, day, hour, minute, and second. We're gonna use these intervals to do something here. So we're going to use a for in loop and to get to go through each of these intervals and compare the seconds with the current seconds that we have and return appropriate time there. So to do that, add for const interval in intervals, this one here, intervals, and then open the okay, and then add const counter equals, and again we're going to use a floor from the math, and we have seconds, and we're going to divide with interval. So seconds, sorry, here seconds, okay, and this is a counter, and after that we're gonna check if counter is greater than 0, then we're gonna return backtick here, as we are going to use a string interpolation here. Okay, and we're gonna add counter, as we are getting the number of seconds or minutes or anything what is counted here. And also next to that, we'll just add space and add interval, which is actually some of these here, depending on the calculation there. So whichever is there according to the number that we get, we're gonna add that name actually from the key. So this is the reason we are doing a loop through the intervals here. So we're also getting the object key name here, and we're gonna use that one. And also we're gonna add next to that like this, and to check if counter is greater than 1, then we're gonna add s next to the number, otherwise nothing. Which means if there is a 1 second, that means that this is not gonna happen, so it is just going to return a 1 second. But if there is 2 seconds or 2 minutes or whatever, because we say that we'll return just now, but if there is more than 2 minutes or anything in a plural, we're gonna add s next to that and return that here. So that's the one thing. And in the end, if there is nothing here, we're gonna just add like return value to string, because whatever a user added, we're gonna just returning to string here. So this is it for this pipe as you can see. And now we're going to implement this pipe in our app component there. So we're going to open the app component and we're going to see here in this for loop, we're going to see post of posts. So for this post, into that date, let's see what we have actually here. We have a date here, post date, and no, we're going to actually go to our single post card here, single post, and use this updated date. And now next to that one, we're going to just add the pipe time ago. But as you can remember, this is not going to work here because we haven't imported that time ago pipe into our component. So we're just going to the post component here and in the imports add time ago pipe and hit save. And now we can see that this time ago gets the date here. So as you can see, I'm using the same date on both here because of simplicity, but you'll use your real dates in your real projects. So hit save and go back to the browser to check is it changed. So as we can see here, we have updated 5 months, 4 months, and so on. We're gonna just fix this a bit and say, okay, updated, and also add ago here. Or we can also add it, we can see ago, but we can also add, instead of here, we could also add in our pipe ago. So seconds, and here just add, next to this one, ago. Hit save, and we'll see it right like that here. And one more thing to change here in our component, as we were using here also time, the custom date format pipe. We're gonna import it there just to have this a bit better. Time ago. Okay, custom date format pipe. Hit save, and also we're gonna just use date format pipe, and it has a default value, so we can see that this card looks better than previously. So we are doing the same through all of these. So this is it when it comes to this pipe. So time ago pipe, and I hope the video was helpful for you. And in the next one, we're gonna cover maybe a search post pipe, actually filter pipe, and many other things. So don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.